Hey everyone, Jerry here. So, if you could tell, over the last few months, I haven't been doing much for videos. Well, in a way, I've upgraded my space to work on a much bigger workbench, as seen here. Now, for the background, I'm going to be not sure what I'm going to do, but definitely going to fill up the empty space over time. So, another reason why I'm doing this is that on one of the Facebook groups, this guy here suggested me to be doing more videos and focusing on more builds. So, without further ado, here's kind of what I've been working on for the last month or so. So, my most recent build was this the MPC Pontiac Firebird from 1981, which this one here was the first edition of the kit. And when I bought the kit, didn't have any of the decals that came with it, which is pretty much whatever. So with that, found out of the MPC's 77 Firebird, found the Pontiac decals that I didn't use up from that build. So added the gray and red, as well as some of the badging. And to go along with the kit, comes with all the extra body kit features, which I was definitely interested in using as it looked really cool. And being a souped up hot rod, I figured I might as well add in a few extra decals just to make extra details stand out. Now the wheels that are on here, they're not from the kit. They came from the Monogram 1998 Chevy Corvette that I was gifted to from a friend. But the kit, I kind of messed up on the build and pretty much ended up just taking a bunch of parts as stoners. So that's where these came from. Then, a little bit creative, did a red and black two-tone interior. Now on the seats, when I did the painting, they started to wrinkle, but kind of get a good effect for those to be cloth seats rather than the vinyl. And then on the other side, on the glove box, put a American flag on the glove box, detailed the inside badging, then colored up the gauges. It's a little bit hard to tell, but then one thing that really caught my eye was with the rear spoiler, kind of looked like a bat fin. Now the problem with this, if you couldn't tell, realistically you have no visibility out the back. So yeah, that's a little bit of a concern if this was being built as a real car. But, as a model, it's not bad. Then, underneath, did some chassis work. Brightened stuff up. Now with this kit here, it does come with side exits. But I'm planning on using those for another build. So, I end up going for the single exhaust to the dual rears. So, wouldn't have quite the sound as it should, but I think it turned out really nicely. The color I did this in was a Duplicolor Chrysler Black Pearl. So, there's that one. And then about a month ago, done the Fujimi 1996 Nissan 180SX S13. Now, as one who isn't particularly a fan of Japanese cars, this is probably one of my probably an interesting build for me, as this is actually probably one of the few Japanese cars that that I wouldn't mind owning, and kind of did it as how I want it. Gunmetal gray with black side stripe two-tone. Then the black lines here, these also came from the MPC's 77 Firebird that were originally the decals that matched on the Firebird. Now, but I do think they look pretty good on here. Now, being how I would want the car, is that I built it as if it were a left-hand drive United States domestic car, and then added the sunroof, and on the back added American plates, blacked out taillights. Now, they're quite a light car, as it doesn't have a full engine, so didn't really bother too much on the underside for detail. But as something that will get displayed like this, that's all you really needed to see. Next, that I was working on for a bit was the Baldwin Motion 70.5 Camaro. Now, this one here, I have it currently body, just going to clean up the trim detail on the sides. But for the time being, the reason why I haven't finished this instead of starting something else, primarily is that I ended up losing the window and glass pieces. So this is going to be same for a little while until I can source those. But I've done a fair bit of work on it. The color on here is a electric current red, which was a Ford color actually, which when focused in the light is a pretty cool color and is a more darker red than the reddish orange that you see on screen. So definitely going to be trying to source out some glass. The bottom valence. Now the chassis here, done some detail work. Nothing too fancy. So that's pretty much that. I was originally going to think about turning this into a derby car, as it's missing the glass so I could add some mesh to the back and front, but with how the detail work came out in the paint job, I'm not interested in doing that. Plus, I've got the decals that I really like on it. So there's those. And now I'm going to be showing you some more projects that are going to be coming up, plus a few kit bashes, which, starting off for projects, is this here. So with the plan with this is going to be, now from the MPC's Firebird kit on the 77, it comes with 3 different Firebird decals. So what the plan is with this, have it on here. Replicating the 82, going to have the bird on the hood, and the car itself going to be painted in a crystal white. So a blue and white Firebird that is definitely going to be turning out gorgeous. So just going to wait on time to do that. Then within the kit, when I bought this kit a while back, the guy was definitely working on something else at the time. So I end up having a few things of loose wire, which is definitely going to give me inspiration to try to do some wiring work, which, seeing how it goes, will be a first. Who knows, if I'm not interested, I'm going to use it on another build if that's the case. So, moving on. Which kit do I show off first? So, end up going to the hobby store to look for some kits to build, and something that didn't catch my eye, but kind of grabbed an idea, is these two kits here. Now, what do you think? Now, for myself, what I'm thinking here is for the expedition. I sourced out from another kit that I built a while back that was kind of a junk build. I sourced out some Goodyear off-road tires. Bought 5 of them, so 4 tires plus a spare. So what I'm thinking of is with the expedition, instead of having it a police version, what I'm going to do is with this. With these wheels, I'm going to be making it into an off-road truck with a bunch of added features that I have laying around. And then, with the police accessories, what I'm going to do is with the Escalade here, I'm going to be turning this into a blinged out police wagon. Going to have the light bar, bush bar, possibly decals if I can trim them down. Then going to be placing these on the side. Not sure which one of the custom wheels I'm going to use, but let's see what happens with that. I don't have any special decals I'm going to be using on these as of now, but so yeah, off-road expedition, and then blinged out Cadillac done up as a police car. Those I'm looking forward to. Now finally, I end up getting these at a hobby store. Well, more of a craft store, really. So I got the Firestone's 1978 Ford 4x4 truck, and with this here, I bought 2 of them. Now, from what I've seen around on Facebook, on model groups, people really don't like the kit, not because of what it is, it's more because when it was designed back in the day, really wasn't the best thing that was done, so the quality isn't really good. But with this, what I'm thinking of, that I'm definitely going to be making a series on, is what I'm going to do with both these kits is go through the parts, see which one are the better ones to use, and cut the back half off one, place it on the back, and make a 6x6. So with the two kits, I'm going to have a 6x6 Ford truck. And good thing about it, it's already got a bunch of off-road features that come with it. Now, with the kit, it comes with the option of 2-wheel drive or a 4-wheel drive build. So, as much as it would be nice to have a true 6x6, what's going to happen is I'm just going to be making it a 4x6 truck. So, it's still going to be a 6-wheeler, but only with the two rear axles being driven. And then going through with the parts, with my parts bins, I found some accessories that I might be using. So, out of the Firebird kit, you also had the option for the turbocharger, which I'm going to be seeing with the engine with this truck, which it claims to be a 460, but in reality is actually just a 390, because that's what the kit was designed for. So there's the turbocharger, twin turbo setup, air cleaner. Then truck comes with bench seats, but I'm thinking these bucket seats might look a lot nicer. Then not sure if I'm going to use the spoiler, but we'll have to wait and see. And then what I'm going to be doing, put these big tow mirrors on, and with that, going to be using this trailer I've had for a while with the 180. Going to be making it into a race hauler, which kind of inspired me from a picture that I saw a while ago just online, which is just a render, but seemed like a cool idea. So that's what I'm thinking of with the truck. With the leftover parts, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to build up another truck or take the cab from the one kit, slice it up, take the other kit, trim off the back, add part of the cab on, make it into an extended cab truck, but we're going to just have to wait and see. Okay, so that's what's planned for the next few weeks and possibly months. So looking forward for everyone sticking to see what people think. So thanks for sticking around and have an awesome day and see you next time.